Hello, Mr. Johnson. My name is Steven. I'm going to be your student physical therapist for today.
Nice to meet you. How you doing?
How are you doing? I'm doing well. How are you?
Well, been better.
Been better? Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. So is this your first time at physical therapy?
Yeah, it actually is.
It is? Okay. Well, I'm going to do my best to make sure that this is a good experience for you.
Okay.
So just go ahead and let's start off. Can you actually tell me your age, please?
I'm 25 years old.
25? Okay, great. And what do you do for a living?
Well, I'm a postal worker, so a lot of driving, a lot of walking during the day. And trying to make it big, but we'll see if that ever happens. But I also do CrossFit.
Oh, okay. You said, okay, so one thing at a time. You said you're trying to make it big. Are you
I do have some competitions.
Oh, I see. Okay, so for your CrossFit. Okay. You mentioned you were a postal worker. How many days a week do you work?
I work 6 days.
6 days a week, and you said you do a lot of walking. Is that correct?
Rain or shine.
Okay, great. Now, for your CrossFit, how many days a week do you do that?
3 days a week.
3 days a week?
Depends, but usually 3 days a week.
Okay. And ever since your injury, have you had problems with your exercise or CrossFit or anything like that?
Yeah, I haven't been able to get through all of it. I haven't been able to do it to its full completion.
Okay. Well, I'm
Just kinda
sorry.
frustrating.
I will definitely help you try to get your back on your feet for that.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
So we can actually maybe talk about kind of the pain that you're feeling. Can you go ahead and just very briefly kind of point to the location that you have pain?
Yeah, it's got pain like right along this area.
Okay. So actually, is it okay if I put my hands on your back?
That's okay.
So you said you have pain kind of right along this area right
Mhm.
here. Okay. And do you have pain anywhere else?
Yeah, well, pain. I sometimes get some shooting in my finger here.
Okay. Some shooting in your finger.
Yeah, sometimes it comes and goes, but it's just a little numb,
Right.
tingly.
Okay. So can you kind of point on your you said your right hand.
Mhm.
Can you kind of point to exactly where you have the numbing
Yeah,
tingliness?
just right around.
So just along these two fingers.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a real quick check. Do you have any pain on your left shoulder or your left hand anywhere?
No,
No. Okay. What about kind of your lower back or anything like that?
nothing like that.
Upper back right here. Anything here? No. Okay, so it's just those two areas.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the body chart that I have right here. I just want you to confirm that to see if that is
Yeah,
your pain.
that looks about it.
Looks like that? Okay. So we're going to start off by talking about your shoulder pain first.
Okay.
So that's the pain right here. Just off the top of your head, how would you describe that?
Oh, it's painful.
Painful.
It's constant. It's always there.
It's always there.
Just right in there. Yeah. So.
Do you feel like it's kind of deep, or do you feel like it's close to the skin or anything like that?
It feels more deep.
More deep? Okay. And do you ever feel like, I guess I could throw out some words, do you feel like it's sharp, like it's dull, or if it's kind of achy, anything like
It's just
that?
always there.
Always there.
I wouldn't say achy. I don't think it's achy, but it can be sharp sometimes.
It can be sharp sometimes, okay. Any numbness or tingling on your shoulder area? No. Okay. So on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being no pain at all, and 10 being the worst pain that you've ever felt in your life, can you give me how that feels right now?
Oh, right now, about a 3.
It's about a 3. Okay. And what about when it's at its absolute worst?
At the end of my workout, it usually gets up to about a 6.
About a 6. Okay. And what about when it's at its best?
It's always there, so about a 1.
About a 1. Okay.
It gets down pretty low.
Okay, that's good. And okay, so we've kind of covered your back pain, so let's talk about kind of your hand pain now. You said you have pain that goes kind of
Yeah, more just like tingles or numbness.
So this is where you start to get that kind of numbness and tingling. Okay. Do you feel like this pain is also kind of deep as well, or do you feel like it's closer to the skin?
Just, I guess on the skin.
On the skin. And for your pain on your finger, kind of the same thing, 0 to 10. Right now, how do you feel?
Yeah, it feels fine. I don't have any pain right
Okay, great. What about when it's at its worst?
now. Mostly just numbness and tingling. I guess it jumps up to a 2.
2. Okay. And like at its best, you don't have any.
Yeah.
Is that correct? Okay, great. Okay. Now, do you ever notice that your pain kind of, do they come on at the same time? Do they happen differently? Do you kind of notice a relationship between them?
Well, if this pain up here, if it gets worse, then the hand will come on.
Okay.
But it doesn't have to get worse. Like the numbness and tingling just come and goes.
Right.
But yeah, if this one gets worse, this one usually
Okay, so you'd
follows
say
along.
this one will kind of start to happen when you get.
Yeah, but it also happens just kind of independently.
Okay, all right. So, okay. And next, we're going to talk about kind of what makes your pain better or what makes your pain worse. So we'll start with better. Just kind of off the top of your head, are there any things that you do throughout the day that make your pain better or make your pain worse?
Yeah, I actually sit up. When I sit up straight, it usually helps. Like
it usually helps. Okay.
Yeah.
So okay, we're talking about what makes your pain better. Is that correct? Okay. So
Yeah.
sitting up straight.
And then sometimes I'll massage. Or give a massage. Get my girlfriend to massage it.
Okay. Okay. So for sitting up straight, about usually how long does it take before it goes away?
Sitting up straight, I'd say about 5 minutes or so.
5 minutes. Okay. And what about for the
Or at least to
massage?
die down.
Right.
Massage. so, sometimes she takes in there, but it feels better after the massage. It feels better almost immediately.
Okay. Great. That's good to hear. And okay, is there anything else that makes it feel better that you can remember?
I mean, I take an ibuprofen.
Okay, so medication. Okay, we can talk about that a little bit later.
Okay.
So what about what makes it worse?
Whenever I'm trying to do a deadlift.
Okay.
Whenever I'm trying to look down, like if I'm in the restroom trying to zip up my shorts there.
Okay. I'm sorry that's definitely tough.
Yeah.
I can definitely sympathize with you there.
And then looking to my right.
Looking to your right.
Okay, great.
Okay, so let's go back to the first thing you said, a deadlift. How long do you usually have to deadlift before you start to feel pain?
It comes on right on.
Right away?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
It doesn't get bad once I try to push through it, but
right.
It's always there.
It's always there. Okay. What about when you're looking down or looking to the side?
When I'm looking down or to the side, depends on how many times I'm doing it.
Okay.
So about like I have to do it for like 10 seconds or longer.
10
probably
seconds.
would.
Okay.
But as soon as I come out of it,
It feels better. Okay. Okay. And is there anything else that kind of makes your pain worse or anything like that?
Yeah. Whenever I sneeze, like I had a cold last week,
Sneezing.
and so whenever I sneeze, like shoot up pain
Right.
right up in here.
Okay.
And my fingers a little bit.
Okay. I see. Okay. A couple of questions. Have you ever had any problems swallowing or anything like that?
No.
No. Okay. Do you ever feel dizzy at times?
After a hard workout, but that's usually if I haven't eaten.
Okay. Okay. I see. So usually that's because of your workouts. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever felt like you had trouble kind of talking or anything like that? Ever feel like a lump in your throat or anything like that?
Nothing like that.
Okay, nothing like that. Okay, that's good. Great. Okay, next we're going to kind of move on to how your pain feels throughout the day. So we'll start in the morning and then go to the afternoon and then finish up the night. So can you just tell me a little bit about as the day goes on?
Yeah. When I wake up, it feels pretty bad.
Okay.
Like I've been sleeping on it wrong.
Okay.
So when I get to walking through my routes, it feels pretty good.
Okay.
Like, I'll have the strap on the other side.
Right.
So yeah, that feels pretty good walking around. And then at night, after I've had a long day, I actually have some difficulty falling asleep, just finding the right position or whatever it may be, and just some tough times getting to sleep.
Okay. So it's hard for you to go to sleep. Have you ever woken up because of your pain, or been able to not sleep throughout the entire night because of your pain?
I feel like rolled on it wrong or something.
Rolled on it wrong.
It feels painful.
Okay. So you mentioned earlier that when you sneeze, it hurts. Anything else kind of like that? So are there any other movements or anything like that that can also kind of cause you to be in pain?
Yeah, if I'm taking a poop. Doesn't feel great.
Okay, I
try to
understand.
squeeze a little bit too hard.
That's understandable. Okay. What about kind of coughing, anything like that? That's also uncomfortable.
Okay. Coughing hurts too. Like I said, with that cold, whenever I sneezed.
Right. Okay.
When I did cough, it hurt.
Okay. Now, have you gotten any X-rays or anything done?
Yeah, the doc took some. I think I had them send them over, but
okay.
Yeah, they said there was nothing on it.
There's nothing on them. Great, that's good to hear. Okay. And you mentioned earlier that you were taking medication. Is that correct? Mm-hmm. Okay. Could you tell me kind of what medication you're taking?
Yeah. Like I said, the ibuprofen, taking 800 milligrams 3 times a day.
Okay.
Just like in the morning, especially when it gets really bad, and then midway through my walk, and then after that when I get home, I'm trying to fall asleep, and then taking relaxing to help my muscles help fall asleep really.
Okay. And for the Robaxin, how much are you taking?
25 milligrams.
Great. How many times a day do you take that?
Twice.
Okay. So next thing, we're actually going to probably be showing you some exercises, stretches, anything like that. Is there a specific way that you like to learn? I have handouts, or I can teach you. If you prefer, I can kind of tell you about them. Is there any way?
Kind of mix of all of it.
Mix everything.
If you show me, it should be fine.
Okay.
If you tell me, I'm usually quick on the draw.
Okay. Awesome. Cool. Now, if you don't mind, can you kind of tell me a little bit about how you actually hurt your back? Do you remember if there was anything specific that you did?
Yeah, for sure. I was in my CrossFit competition. We were doing deadlifts, and I was fine throughout it. But then when I woke up the next morning, it did not feel good. I had pain all the way down my arm, to the same digits that I'm having some numbness and tingling right now.
Okay.
But yeah, no. So that didn't feel too great. But yeah, definitely hurt when I woke up, and then I went to the physician. They gave a Toradol injection.
Okay, so they gave you an injection.
Yeah. And then the pain right now is decreasing. It's just the numbness and tingling is kind of new.
So, not really. Is it kind of still staying there?
Yeah.
Okay. And how long ago did you say that CrossFit competition was?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks. Okay. And the pain in your head, that was, and the pain in your hand, you said that was new.
Yeah.
When did that start to happen?
A couple days ago. 3 days ago.
3 days ago. Great. Okay. Now, have you ever had back pain or pain in your hand like this before?
Never had it.
First time?
Yeah. Okay. Healthy as a clam. As healthy as they can be.
That's good to hear. Okay, and then just a couple more questions. So throughout your time here in physical therapy, is there anything that you would like to do, kind of your own personal goals, anything that you want to get back to doing, or anything like that?
Yeah, I'd like to get back to the gym without hurting myself, and then I'd like to be able to look down, look over my shoulder without pain.
So being able to kind of just move your neck.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to be doing a couple of tests on you, and I just want you to go ahead. Throughout this process, I'm going to have to put my hands on you. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Johnson. So first off, what we're going going to do first is I'm going to ask you about kind of how you're feeling, and also I want you to let me know what was that motion that you said before that made you hurt.
Yeah.
So, right now, how are you feeling?
Right now,
From a 0 to 10.
more or less the same.
More or less the same.
A little bit more, I guess.
Okay. So, what would you say that is for a number?
I said 3, so 4.
4? Okay. And if you don't mind, we're going to just have you demonstrate kind of that motion that you said before that creates pain for you.
Yeah. So, go down and do a deadlift.
Right.
That.
Okay.
And then if I don't keep my head in the same spot, especially if I let it drop, it really hurts, especially coming up.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So you said deadlift. Okay. So if you don't mind, just go ahead. I'm going to need you to actually go ahead and take off that shirt for me. I'm just going to be looking at your posture and stuff like that.
Okay.
So if you don't mind, yeah, just go ahead and stand up real like you would normally for me. Stand up nice and tall. And actually, if you don't mind, go ahead and face that way. Okay, go ahead and turn away from me, please.
All the way.
Yeah,
Like that?
just face that. Oh no, face that way. Yes. Okay. Go ahead and face towards me. Yes. Okay. Then next, what we're gonna have you do is I'm gonna have you just go ahead and walk from here to that sink right over there, please. Just walk like you would normally. Okay, go ahead and come back. Okay. And then next, what I'm going to have you do is we're going to do a little bit of just kind of joint clearing where I just want to make sure that you don't have any problems anywhere else. So first off, what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you go ahead and just lift up your right shoulder like this for me, please. Okay. Okay. Do you have any pain with that? Okay. Go ahead and do this for me with your shoulder. How does that feel? Feels good. Okay, next, go ahead and do this with your shoulder. How's that feel?
Feels good.
Okay, and then over here, like this too. Over here. No pain with that? Great. So next, what I'm going to have you do is the same thing. I'm just going to be doing a little bit of pressure at the end just to make sure. So go ahead and lift up your arm over your head, please. So, how's that feel? It's good. Good. Okay, same thing arm across the shoulder.
Feels good.
Okay. Bring your arm behind like that. Good. And then bring your arm behind. Good. Okay, so same thing on your other arm this time. Just go ahead and lift up your arm for me like this. Okay. Bring it back down. How's that feel? To the side. How's that feel? Okay. Same thing. Arm over your shoulder. And then arm behind your back. Okay, cool. Same thing. Just go ahead and lift up your arm behind, above your head. Go ahead and push. Good. Okay. Bring your arm across. Okay. And then arm like that. Good. And then arm behind. Great.
That's good.
Cool.
Can I sit down?
Yes. Next thing, what we're going to have you do is, actually, I'm going to have to ask you to stand up one more time. So we're going to be just doing a little bit more of kind of what we were doing earlier. What I want you to do is I want you to just go ahead and try to reach down and touch the ground for me like this.
Okay.
Yes. How's that feel? Good. Good? Okay. Now go ahead and put your hands behind your back like this and just go ahead and lean back as far as you can.
Okay.
Yeah. Any pain with that? No?
That's good.
Okay. Same thing, go ahead and just bring your hands to your side and just kind of lean to your right. Any pain with that? And then same thing to your left. No pain? Cool. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just have you do the same thing. I'm going to push a little bit at the end. Same drill. So go ahead and bend forward and try to touch your toes. How's that feel?
It's good.
Good? Okay. Bring your hands behind your butt and just kind of lean backwards for me.
That feels good.
Good. Okay. Go ahead and lean to your left for me, please. Just push for you. How's that feel?
Mm-hmm.
Same thing to your left.
Yeah, feels good.
Good? Awesome. Okay.
Good stretch.
That's good to hear. So, okay, you can go ahead and sit down for me. So next we're going to just do a little bit of focusing on kind of your neck area. So what I want you to do is I want you to actually just try to kind of lean back as far as you can, and just let me know if you feel that.
Yeah.
How's that feel?
So far, so good.
So far so good. Okay, so no pain with that. Okay, next go ahead and try to kind of bring your head forward and just look down like this. Try not to move your shoulders. Just try to kind of bring your head down. Like this.
Yeah. It starts with
Okay, so you feel pain right there. Okay, do you mind if I go ahead and just kind of do a quick measurement with how far you can bring your head down?
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and just kind of start at that again and then bring your head down as far as you can. So right about there, you got pain? Okay.
Push a little more.
Right.
Aggravates my shoulder here. Back.
So next what I want you to do is I want you to just kind of bend your head to the left. Or not bend your head, so rotate your head look to the left like this. Just looking like this.
Little pain.
Little pain?
Yeah, little pain.
What would you say that pain's at?
5 out of 10. It goes right away.
That's right away. Gotcha. But you can kind of look all the way to the left, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So next what we're going to have you do is do the same thing just to the right.
Okay.
So just go ahead and look to the right and look down at this.
Yeah, it increases everything.
So that one hurts a little bit more?
Yeah.
Okay. So it looks like you can't really bend your head to the right. It's about, can you kind of go as far as you can go?
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and just take a really quick measurement for you here. Go ahead and hold that for 45 degrees. And then same thing, we're just going to be having you bend your head to the right, to the left. So we'll start off with the left.
Yeah. Feels good.
Feels good? No pain?
That's fine.
Great. And what about to the right?
Ooh. Right there.
Right there, so you feel some pain right there.
Yeah.
Go ahead and get that measurement for you. So we'll just go ahead and have you bend your head to the right for me, please. So right there?
Yeah.
Okay. 10 degrees. Great. Go ahead and relax. So next what we're going to have you do is kind of just have you do the same thing, but I'm going to just add just a little bit of pressure. If you feel like there's too much pain or if you don't want me to do that, just go ahead and let me know, okay? So we're going to start off by doing the same thing. Go ahead and actually kind of sit face forward for me, please. Just go ahead and sit up, and I want you to go ahead and look back like this. Okay, how does that feel? It's good. It's good. We're just going to do a little bit of push for you. Just go ahead and relax.
Yeah.
That's fine. Okay. Do you think you could do that kind of bending forward?
It's kind of bugging right now.
Don't really want to.
Later, maybe.
That's fine. That's fine. Great. Just, yeah. If you feel like it hurts too much, just go ahead. Tell me. I don't want to make you feel too much pain right now. Same thing here. Gonna have you kind of move your head to the left like this. Just move to your left. How's it? Good. Okay. Slightly push.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Now, what about if you look to your right? Right there.
What about there?
Give you a little push.
No.
No, that's okay.
It's really kind of.
Yeah, that's understandable. Okay. And then what about to the side?
I think I can do the left, but to the right.
Okay, sure. Let's go ahead and have you look to the left for me, please. Kind of bend your head to the left side. So just go ahead and do this. That's good?
Yeah.
And then,
It's just the right side.
yeah, that's fine. Good to know. You can go ahead and actually put your shirt back on now if you want. So what we're going to be doing next is I'm just going to be testing kind of the sensations of your skin, kind of making sure that everything is working normally. I'm also going to be doing a little bit of muscle testing on you. So I just want you to let me know if you feel any pain throughout this process or if anything feels different for you. So go ahead and bring your hands out like this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just be touching 2 places on your skin like this. I just want you to let me know if they feel the same. Is that correct?
Okay.
Yeah. So go ahead and close your eyes. Okay. Does this feel the same as this? Does this feel the same as this?
Yeah.
Does this feel the same as this?
Yeah.
Does this feel the same as this? Okay. Let's go ahead and cut through a little bit, please. Does this feel the same as this?
Yeah.
Okay. Does this feel the same as this?
Does what feel the same as what?
Does this feel the same as this?
This one's kind of hard to feel.
Okay. All right. Does this feel the same as this?
Yeah.
Okay. Does this feel the same as this?
Mm-hmm.
Does this feel the same as this?
Yeah.
Okay, great. You can go ahead and open your eyes. Gonna just do a little bit of muscle testing now. So if you don't mind, go ahead and look forward for me, please. I just don't want you to move you. Okay, so go ahead and hold this for me. Hold, hold, hold. Okay, go ahead and look to your right for me, please. Just as far as you can. Just go ahead and don't let me move. Okay?
Okay.
Hold.
Mm.
Does that hurt? Right. Go ahead. Do the same thing. Okay. Now go ahead and put your head to the side like this for me, please.
Okay.
As far as you can go, and I won't be too hard on you if it hurts. Okay. Just go ahead and move.
Yeah, it hurts.
That's okay. Same thing to the left for me. Hold, hold, hold. Good. Good. Okay. Next, go ahead and shrug your shoulders like this. Let me push you down. Hold, hold, hold. Great. And bring your shoulders up like this. Let me push you down. Hold, hold, hold. Great. Okay. Next, what I want you to do is I want you to do this with your hands. So just go ahead and hold that for me.
Okay.
Good, then let me push you right here. Okay, next one, just kind of do this zombie pose for me here. Okay, don't let me hold you. Hold.
Okay.
So, here. Hold. And go ahead and just hold. Good. Next, just go ahead and do this with your hands. Just like that. Don't let me pull your fingers out. Okay. Hold, hold. Same thing here. Good. Give me a thumbs up. let me push your thumbs down, okay? Hold, hold, hold. Good. Okay, next I just want you to kind of bring your hands out like this. I'm gonna just kind of be moving your fingers back and forth. Just try to resist my movement, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Next, go ahead and just close your fingers like this. Don't have to pull your fingers apart. Good. Awesome. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to just do some reflex testing. I want you to just go ahead and just relax. You can look away. I'm going to just hit a couple places, kind of like the knee jerk, same thing, just with your hands, okay? So if you don't mind, go ahead and, go ahead and just hold, actually, no, sorry, make a fist like this for me, please. Yep. Go ahead and bring your arms out like this. Next, I want you to go ahead and bring your hands out to the side like this, and just relax. Last thing we're going to do, I want you to just go ahead and bring your hands out like this. And do this one. Good. Awesome. Give me 1 second to write this down. Next, just going to be doing a couple of tests on you. Just go ahead and relax. I want you to let me know if you ever feel any pain with this. So first thing what I'm going to have you do, I'm going to go ahead and bring the table up just a little bit. Okay, go ahead and just sit up straight and look forward for me. What I want you to do is I want you to kind of just bend your head to the right just as far as you can before you feel any pain. Right there. Just let me know. Ooh. Painful?
Yeah, not like that.
How did that feel? Where did you feel the pain?
I felt it, like, honestly, all the way down my arm.
Right.
Like, Like it kind of jumped a spot here to right where I've been having pain.
Right.
It hurt.
So same thing, I'm going to just have you kind of bend to the left.
Feels bad.
Not as bad.
Yeah, that's good.
Next, what I want you to do is I want you to just kind of try to look over your shoulder, so kind of look over like this to your right.
Yeah, it's up a little more.
Okay. Okay.
That's not as far.
Okay. Any pain with that? No. What about you? A little bit of pain.
Yeah, left is fine.
Left is fine. Great. Okay. Next, what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you go ahead and just do this with your hands. I want you to just kind of do this. Okay. And I want you to let me know how that feels. Just hold that for about 10 seconds or so. Nothing? Good. Next, if you can, go ahead and just let me move these things out of the way. You can go ahead and lie down on your back, facing that way, please. Yeah, over here? That's fine. So if you don't mind, go ahead and, actually, sorry, I'm going to have you move your head over to this way.
Okay.
I'm sorry about that. So I'm going to go ahead and just be kind of pulling very, very slightly on your chin. I just want you to let me know how this feels, okay? So go ahead. Just let your head rest on my hands. Just let it. How's it? I'm just going to hold it here for a little bit. I just want you to let me know how that changes if you feel any change, okay? Good. That's good to hear. Okay. So your pain kind of, would you say it feels a little better?
Yeah.
Right. Lift you up a little bit more. So what I want you to do here is I want you to just go ahead and relax for me if you don't mind crossing your legs. I just want you to let me know throughout this process if you feel pain. Okay? Good. Okay. Yeah. Little something? Gotcha. So I'm going to keep it right here. What I want you to do is I want you to touch your left ear to your left shoulder.
It goes up a little bit.
It goes up a little bit. Now go ahead and bring your right ear to your right shoulder for me.
Goes away, but
Right, yeah. So go ahead and just relax. That's good, thank you.
mess it up.
Yes, you can go ahead and actually, what I need you to do is, sorry, you can't, I just want you to take off your shirt and go ahead and lie on your stomach face down.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to just be pressing down on some areas, and I want you to let me know if you feel any pain or anything like that. So my hands might be a little cold, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. So we'll start right here. Just want you to let me know if you feel okay. What about? Tell me when you don't feel okay. So you feel pain right about it. Is that right? Okay, let me go ahead and move to your head. If you don't mind, scoot down and look at your please. So, right there. What about your left? Cool. If you don't mind, you can go ahead and put your shirt back on. Sit up for me, please. This for you. All right, Mr. Johnson. So we're gonna just do a couple of treatments here. I just want you to let me know if you feel any pain, and then afterwards, we're also gonna have you do a deadlift. Hopefully, this will make you feel better, so you might feel a little bit better when you do this. Is that okay? Yeah. So this is the same thing that I was doing before. I'm just gonna kind of be doing a little bit of force at the bottom of your head, kind of hopefully being able to just give your spine a little bit more space so that you don't feel any pain. Okay, so go ahead and just relax for me. Just want you to let me know how it feels. That's good. Okay, I'm gonna keep doing it then. Okay. Okay. Okay, awesome. Okay. So if you don't mind, go ahead. I'm going to pull up this chair for you and just sit down for me. Oh, tall chair. Kind of tall, sorry. So what I think you might have is something called cervical radiculopathy, and it sounds kind of scary, but I'm going to explain it to you. It's nothing to worry about. Basically, what kind of happens is over time, sometimes your nerves that are running around your spine, this area, they can get a little bit pinched depending on what's around it. So I think in this case, you might have like a nerve right here that's kind of pinching, and it's causing you to feel pain around this area, and it's causing it to shoot down your shoot down your hand. So this is nothing to worry about. These things actually, we can fix them with a lot of exercises and traction like you just saw here. So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you kind of do this exercise when you go home. I want you to kind of do this about once a day, and whenever you do it, I just want you to hold it for 30 seconds, and then rest for a minute, and then hold it for another 30 seconds. Do it 3 times, okay? Does that make any sense?
Yeah, 3
Great.
times, 30 seconds.
So I'll just go ahead and demonstrate with this towel right here. So what I want you to do is I want you to lean your head back like this, right?
Okay.
And I want you to put the towel behind your neck like this, kind of bring your hands out like this, and I want you to just pull with your hands, not your neck or anything else. Just kind of just relax your neck, just pull up like this.
Okay.
You should start to feel a little bit of tension going away here, and hopefully that will make your neck feel a bit better. So go ahead.
Try it.
Yes.
Just like this?
Just like that. Perfect. Lean back, just relax your head, and kind of pull up. Perfect.
Yeah, no, I feel it.
Feel it? Where do you feel it?
I feel, well, my arms are getting tired.
That's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel pulling in the neck.
Feel pulling your neck. Okay, so just go ahead and hold that for 30 seconds. You don't have to do it now, but hold it for 30 seconds, and then relax for maybe a minute or so, and then do it 2 more times. Okay, great. So hopefully if you do these exercises, you'll be good to go within about 4 to 6 weeks. Of course, we're going to be doing some monitoring. We're going to be checking the progress, making sure that everything's getting better. Probably going to have you come for about 4 to 6 weeks, same thing, but 2 times a week. How does that sound?
Yeah.
Does that sound good? Great. And hopefully, before that, actually, I want you to go ahead and stand up and try to do the deadlift for me. I know you mentioned that you had problems doing that, so.
All right, here goes. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, no, it doesn't feel pain at all.
Feels better?
Yeah,
That's
it
good.
feels a little bit better, yeah.
Good to hear. Awesome. Great. So we'll have you go ahead and schedule with the front office. Do you have any questions for me? No? Great.